What are the Janamsakhis? Hi, I'm Dr. James Holt, and the main source of contemporary narrations of the life of Guru Nanak come from Guru Granth Sahib. One such example was where, as a child, he rejected the wearing of the sacred thread. The saying is related in Guru Granth Sahib, but this will have formed some of the source material for the narration of the story in the Janamsakhis. The Janamsakhis are narratives of the events of the life of Guru Nanak. Initially, some of these were pictures that illustrated events from Guru Nanak's life. They quickly became written narratives, and, in the language of myth and allegory, the Janamsakhis depict the divine dispensation of the first Sikh, his concern for kindness, social cohesiveness, and his stress on the divine unity and the consequent unity of humanity. For some, the Janamsakhis have been seen as unreliable sources of accurate information about the life of Guru Nanak. The suggestion is that because they were written after his death, that they tell us more about the people who recited the narrative rather than they do about Guru Nanak. Kirpal Singh wrote to reassert the importance of Janamsakhi tradition. He suggests that the writers of the earliest Janamsakhis relied on two main sources: the Bani, or the teachings of Guru Nanak, which were found in the Adi Granth, later Guru Granth Sahib, and the first Vara of Bhai Gurdas, who was a close companion of an important figure in Sikh history, Baba Buddha, who had observed the events of the creation of the Panth. Bhai Gurdas was also a companion of the next four gurus. Further, he argues that the Janamsakhis are not intended as either biographies or hagiographies, but as anecdotes put together to help people understand the life and teachings of Guru Nanak. To try to read them as history would perhaps be problematic, but to dismiss them as such would be similarly problematic. However, their mythical and allegorical dimension does not reduce their importance for Sikh history. The main Janamsakhis that have been used at different points throughout history include Bhai Bala Janamsakhi, Vilayat Vali Janamsakhi, Bhai Mani Singh's Janamsakhi, Meharban Janamsakhi. Questions are raised about each of these. Khushwant Singh suggests, although none of these Janamsakhis are contemporary, they are certainly based on some biography which was written earlier but is now untraceable. A historian can either discard nor accept the Janamsakhis in their entirety. Everything they state must be tested. It's possible in analysing the writing of the text to explore the texts in terms of understanding both the life of Guru Nanak and also the communities which produced these texts. This type of approach should include the reading of the text to explore the things we learn about Guru Nanak, what we learn about the community that produced it, what links there are to Guru Granth Sahib, the possible historicity claims that can be made, and how the text links with and is used by Sikhs today.